It's not every day that a football player can represent his country on the gridiron. Each summer, USA Football hosts the National Team Development Games, presented by Shock Doctor, to give athletes ages 13 to 18 the opportunity to wear the letters USA across their chests. Each week-long event is aimed at providing athletes with the opportunity to train with and develop under top-level coaches. U.S. national team coaching staffs are comprised of current NCAA coaches, respected high school coaches, and former NFL players and coaches.
They're good kids. It's a great environment, but to know that we're taking them towards something as a U19 team, that's really probably going to be most fulfilling for a chance to win a world championship.
Athletes are selected to compete at the development games based on their performance at one of USA Football's regional development camps or through a coach nomination and interview process. The development games feature several competitions and activities designed to assist each athlete's overall skill development. Along with daily practices and film sessions, players compete in a 7-on-7 tournament, a situational scrimmage, a jamboree event, and a full-length game to cap off the week. Players also participated in off-the-field activities like player development sessions led by former NFL players, family cookout events, and a celebration dinner. In addition to the coaching, competition, and friendships made throughout the week, each player was outfitted in Team USA gear and received special mouth guards and gloves from sponsors Shock Doctor and Cutters.
It's an amazing feeling to see other people push us and help us grow and get us better.
It's a huge honor to represent my country and represent the USA and wear the red, white, and blue on my chest.
The National Team Development Games, presented by Shock Doctor, was not only a great football event, but a lasting memory that each player and coach will carry forever.
USA on three! 1, 2, 3!
USA!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it does not get more American than this. Right outside the Pro Football Hall of Fame, we are coming to you live from Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio, to kick off the USA Football U.S. National Team Development Games. Alongside Mike Samsel and Derek Raymond, I'm Tom Monfiletto, and this is game one of a series of 7 games here from the Pro Football Hall of Fame, where we will be seeing some of the nation's youth, some of the best football players in the country developing into international competition. Mike, this is a great event. You've been here last year. You came here. You've been a part of some of the USA Football events before in the past. Derek, you as well. There's a certain excitement about this week that we haven't really seen before.
Yeah, there absolutely is. It's really fun to watch these young guys develop. And, you know, they have a bunch of different years that they play in. This is going to be the 2001 and later game as far as the age group goes, which is going to be a lot of fun to watch. And during the jamboree, which happens during the week of practice, Coach Tyree Spinner's team, which will be the silver team on your screen, boy, have they looked good this week.
Yeah, they really have. A really talented bunch. We'll get to some of the impact players a little bit, but Derek, talk about some of the resources and the great things available to some of these USA Football players throughout the week.
Well, like you said, Tom, it's really about the coaching staff that's here. I mean, all of these young men have the ability to take knowledge from some of the best coaches in the United States, whether it's respected high school coaches, former NFL coaches, and NCAA coaches across the United States. These guys have tons of opportunity to learn a lot. And I don't know about you, but it's in the middle of summer, and I'm just excited to see some football today. Yeah, let's take a look at some of those coaches. As we said, the silver team, Coach Tyree Spinner is the head coach from Avalon School. Bryson Spinner will be the offensive coordinator. Nana Anash, the defensive coordinator. Alex Cabasso is an assistant coach, along with Ron Spinner Jr. and Alex Cabasso from Hoboken High School. The blue team, head coach Edwin Edwards from Anna Maria College. Diamond Weaver is the offensive coordinator from Rhode Island University. David Antoine Murchison
is the defensive coordinator from Pinecrest High School, and Jordan Kohler and Claude Hadaway, assistant coaches. Kohler from Anna Maria College and Hadaway from Atlee High School. But Mike, Derek brings up a great point. Some of the expert tutelage they've get through this week is really invaluable, and this week really is made to make these players the best players and people and leaders that they can possibly be. They've got over 50 coaches here, 10 of which are Heads Up Football Master Trainers, which we'll get to a little bit later. We'll talk about the Heads Up Football initiative here for USA Football. But they have the resources and the information that they need to go to the next level and become better football players.
And Tom, one of the cool changes that has been made here in USA Football this year is, and the reason, if you look down on the field, you'll see both teams on the same sideline. The reason for that is in years past it would be, hey, you had your coaches and that's it. Well, you mentioned over 50 coaches here this week. Each player gets to work with a different position coach. So let's say there are 5 or 6 quarterback coaches here this week. Every young man gets an opportunity to work with all 6 of those quarterback coaches. So it's not just, learning from one of these coaches or learning from one single group of these coaches. Most of these young men are being taught by every single coach here. That's a really cool and unique opportunity.
Let's look at some of the players to watch, presented by Siege Sports. On the blue team, Walker Harris at quarterback, Avery Howard Jr. at running back. You have Ethan Harrison on the other side of the ball, along with Paul Lefkowitz, who can bring the house down. Campbell Spates, the running back as well. On the silver team, Preston Stone, Isaiah Bibb, Kaman O'Neill, Dallas Rogers, and Andrew Nee, some of the players to watch. As we get started here, the blue team, it looks like we'll start with the ball. Special teams are a little bit funky in these games, Mike. There is no punting. They will punt. They will do PATs, but they will shut it, or they won't be live. No kickoffs. They just put the ball at the 35-yard line, and they start out. At quarterback now, Rene Nunez for the blue team. They have 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right, and they will start in the gun. Offenses and defenses are universal throughout these national teams or the development teams here during the week as they've learned it. Nunez is going to keep it, and he's got some space at the 40, and he will eventually be taken down by number 31, Riley Hunt, the defensive back for Team Silver.
Yeah, gain of 7 on the carry. It looked like an option play right there between Nunez and his running back, number 16, Jason Curl Jr. And very last second, Nunez made the decision to pull the football out. He saw that left defensive end collapse. That's what you're going to see in games like this. When you're running the option, you want to look at that left defensive end. If he collapses down, that's a great time for the quarterback to pull the football out and take off.
Same formation, except the receivers are to the field. And this time, the give to the running back. That's number 16, Jason Curl Jr. on the carry. That'll be a gain maybe of about 1 yard, but well defended there by the silver team. So it'll be a third and short, relatively, about 3rd and 5 for the blue team.
Tom, we'll take a look at the replay here. See how that right defensive end at the top of your screen claps down. That's the reason that Nunez had to hand the football off, because that defensive end collapsed down so quickly. Nunez didn't really have a chance to sneak out the backside.
Not much room for Curl to get going either. So a fumbled snap. Nunez is going to keep it. He's going to try to cut up the field, but he has stopped well short of the first down. So it will bring up a 4th and 2 here for the blue team. So we'll see if they decide to punt it away or if they decide to go for it here in the early going. Packed crowd here as the rest of the development camp is in attendance, along with parents and families, and these weeks have gotten so much more popular throughout the years, and it's been every week, along with all of the tutelage, the information, the resources that they are exposed to here, the players, it's been a pretty fun week for them as well. So this is a cool way to end it as they earn a chance to play inside the Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. So we are going to punt it away here. That's Roberto Diaz Jr., who's going to punt it to about the 30-yard line. And Team Silver will take over from there.
Yeah, Matt Greenwald is the one who fielded the punt, and we talked about special teams, Tom. And we mentioned it's not live, so wherever the player on the opposing team catches a punt, that's where the football stops, that's where it lies. So you saw Greenwald signal for the fair catch, but no real reason to simply because, it's a dead ball anyway once he plays it.
So the silver team is going to come out onto the field here, 4 down linemen for the blue team. And out of the shotgun, the throw downfield is caught. A huge catch there, and the tackle is made by Luka Lutzel for the blue team. And a great throw there from Team Silver to get a quick first down. That's Maiden Lowe at quarterback, and I believe that was brought in by 82 Alex Caldwell. So in the gun once again. Maiden Lowe, 2 receivers to the boundary, and the give is up the middle. No, Lowe's going to keep it off to the side. He faked me out, and that's a huge gain of about 8 yards. Jaden Turner on the tackle for the blue team. So a good decision there by Maiden Lowe to keep it and get some more yardage. The silver team under head coach Tyree Spinner off to a great start here, Mike. A huge 3rd down stop after a big gain from Nunez.
Yeah, like
2 big plays.
Excuse me, Tom. Like what I've seen from Lowe so far. A good job to pull out the football and sneak around on the option. And then, of course, what a throw on that first play.
And this one is given up the middle. Tackle broken. It'll be a first down, a gain of about 4 for David Moore, the tailback for the silver team. So a first down here. 3 plays, 2 first downs. Not a bad start here for Team Silver. We do have sort of a running clock, I believe, unless there's a change of possession. So a little bit different rules here in the development games. We have a game here right now that you're watching. At 7 o'clock p.m. there will be another game. That'll be the white team against the red team. We have 3 on Saturday and 2 more on Sunday. Lowe's going to keep it, but he is wrapped up and brought down. A phenomenal play by Jarvis Rayside, a linebacker on the blue team, staying home, keeping his feet, and making a great play to stop Lowe. So it'll be 2nd and long now for Team Silver.
Yeah, it was a nice play by Rayside there, but again, Lowe with another good fake, just tried to sneak out the backside, but fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Weren't buying it that time.
There's about 8:50 to go here in the first quarter. We are going to play 12-minute quarters. Lowe in the gun once again. He's got 2 receivers to either side. We'll see if they'll put it through the air again, as they had such success with it in the first play of the game. Lowe putting it on a dime. And the fake, Lowe's going to try to roll to his left. There are about 3 or 4 defenders there. And once again, that's Jarvis Rayside with a great angle of pursuit, tracked the backpack, and got him out of bounds. A phenomenal job by Rayside. 2 great plays in a row, keeping Lowe in his grasp. So it'll be 3rd and long now. Great defensive stand here for the blue team.
Yeah, it certainly was. Loss of 3 on that play.
And you take a look at the pursuit here by Rayside, obviously being helped out by a couple of blue defenders, but the closing of Rayside is very, very impressive, the closing speed. Same formation. Moore accompanies Lowe in the backfield. See if they put it through the air. Lowe back to pass, and it is caught on the sideline short of the first down. And that is caught by number 19, Blaine McAllister, I believe. Check that. That's Marcus Blakey Jr., the tight end. Sorry about that. So it'll be 4th and short here for the silver team, and they're going to keep the offense on the field, and they will go for it as Lowe comes back into the huddle with those subtle lime green cleats. You're a defense chant coming from the crowd. Everybody fired up today. Lowe, the give to Moore. Nowhere to go, and he has brought down a fumble on the play. They're going to call him down on contact. A huge play for the blue team. It'll be a turnover on downs. They got a great push from the defensive line, and then a swarming host of linebackers came down and made the play for the blue team.
Yeah, you look at this here, Tom. They just collapsed the middle. The stop came from number 2, Anthony Robertson, but the play was really blown up in the middle of the line, and it created a lot of space for Robertson to get in there, come up with a stop.
Campbell Spates in the backfield now with Walker Harris. This ball is snapped behind Harris. Harris almost got beaten to the football, but that'll be a loss of about 20, over 20, as the blue team will retain possession, but at their own 8-yard line. So an unfortunate turn of events for the blue team after they had such a successful defensive stand there. Under 8 minutes to go, they're going to try to get something going here. It'll be second and about a mile.
Yeah, just your old average second down and 32. You know, we talk about these young men. A lot of them on the offensive side learning the same playbook. All the teams run basically the same plays. I'm not sure how many are in that playbook for second and 32.
That's Jaden Turner going in motion for the blue team. Harris back to pass. The lefty tucks it, and he is brought down. We have a flag on the play. Scooped and score. That's big number 73, Alex Buckmeyer, who grabs it and jaunts into the end zone. We'll see what the flag is. I think it was a legal man downfield, and they are going to decline it. So that'll be a touchdown for Team Silver, as the pass rush was too much for the blue team to handle. Harris coughed up the ball on like the 2-yard line, and a huge play by Alex Buckmeyer, scoring a touchdown. I don't think he sees pay dirt very often, Mike.
Well, look at the right side here. Really collapses down defensively, and the football just squirts out. Buckmeyer, hey, I don't get the opportunity to do this all that often.
That's probably the easiest one that he'll ever see. So on to kick the extra point is Team Silver. And that is number 63, Connor Lighton. Puts it through the uprights, makes it 7-0. So we will have a change of possession here. So that really kind of started off with that unfortunate snap incident, I would say, on first down, Mike.
Yeah, it certainly was. You know, loss of 22 on the first play. And you know what? The great thing about USA football is it's here to build skill, but it's also here to build character. And what a better way to learn character than have to face some competition and have to face some adversity.
A little bit of adversity, for sure.
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity here for Walker Harris to just say, hey, listen, something happened, didn't go exactly the way I planned. It's a great learning experience for him to just drop it, get rid of it, and move on to the next play.
So we do have flag bearers and captains for each team. We'll go over them after this play. But in at quarterback for the blue team, and the give up the middle, and a beautiful run down to about the 44-yard line. That's Seth Edmonds in at quarterback. Campbell Spates on the run. A nice run, broke a couple of tackles. Got down to the 44, making it 2nd and 1. A good start to the drive, and we have our first timeout of the game. I want to remind you that portions of today's game brought to you by Sports Authority. Sports Authority, the official sporting good provider of USA Football, and by Riddell. Riddell is the official helmet and protective equipment partner of USA Football as well. Riddell, as you see here, providing the helmets here for the development camps, these brand new helmets that USA Football is getting to try out, and Siege Sports providing the uniforms. As you see, there are 4 variations: red, white, blue, and silver. a day from our nation's birthday, right? We have these beautiful uniforms here with USA Football. This is as American as it gets, as we said, to start off the broadcast. And those beautiful jerseys provided by Siege Sports and custom designed by Siege Sports as well. The give to Spades. Spades dances out to the outside, tries to break another tackle, gets the first down, but brought down at about the 47-yard line. Gabriel Masonette Jr. on the stop for the Silver Team.
Enough for the first down, though. Like what I've seen so far from Campbell Spates, once he's able to cut inside, good maneuverability in amongst the tackles, in amongst the trees and the big fellas in there, dances around, able to find a little bit of green grass and gets a first down for the blue team.
Yeah, just a couple of runs and already extremely impressed. His brother Trevor Spates is becoming a pretty big Division I prospect. And give to Spates once again. Spates has a little bit of room, and that is dangerous. He will get out to the outside. He won't be able to turn it up. And that final burst, let's see where they mark him down. They will mark him down at the 49-yard line. He's brought down by Patrick Menjarez, a linebacker for the Silver Team. But another productive run from Spates. He's got a pretty quick burst, Mike, when he sees some open space.
Yeah, and he doesn't need a whole lot of open space either. The thing that impresses me most about him is he's not afraid to run in among the tackles, in between the tackles. He, can turn it upfield once he gets out in space, but not afraid to run up the middle either.
Edmonds now throws it out to the outside. It is caught for a gain of about 3. That's Jaden Turner on the reception. And he brought down by Jager Hill, making a nice hustle play. Bring him down at around the 47-yard line. So it'll be about 3rd and 4 here for the blue team, looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time today. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Edmonds, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. And another high snap. Edmonds is just going to fall on it, and this will take them all the way back to their own 43-yard line. So a 4th and long. They're going to bring on the punting team. It's another unfortunate circumstance here for the blue team as they were starting to find a little bit of life. They had Spates on some nice carries, had a nice reception there by Turner. But nonetheless, they are back in a 4th and long situation, and they're going to have to punt it away as Roberto Diaz Jr. will come on to kick it away. As we said, no rush, and here comes the kick from Diaz. It's a low line drive, and it'll be fielded at the 31-yard line by the Silver Team. That's number 17, Patrick Menjarez, who brought it in. So the Silver Team will come onto the field once again as they mounted a pretty decent drive, but were stymied by the blue team on 4th down. Their touchdown actually came on a fumble recovery into the end zone by Alex Buckmeyer, the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, and I like what I've seen defensively from both teams so far. Obviously these young men, little nerves with the fact that you're playing in a big stadium for what is most likely, the first time in your life. But we've seen a lot of these young men on the defensive side make a lot of great plays also.
Back in the gun. The pass is complete. And taken out of bounds after a gain of about 7. Number 82, Alex Caldwell. So a nice play on 1st down, a nice quick hit to gain about 6. Preston Stone in at quarterback for the Silver Team, the brother of Lindell Stone, who was the MVP of the U17 International Bowl game this winter. Stone rolls to his right, tries to cut upfield, and he does, and he gets the first down. An excellent play by Stone. Jaden Turner is going to take him down. A nice play by Turner, but a pretty impressive play there by Stone, rolling out and making a play for himself when he didn't have anything. pretty quick on his feet as well. Very impressive.
Yeah, it certainly was. And as he's rolling out to the outside here, he pump fakes a little bit, and that holds up the defender just enough. Look here at the bottom of your screen as he starts to sneak out of that pocket. Look at this pump fake right here. Holds the defender, and that allows him just enough space to move forward and get the first down.
So the participants in this game, Mike, are all born 2001 or later.
How old does that make you feel?
Pretty old. Distinctly remember lots of things that happened in 2001. Stone, the give to Bibb. Bibb going to try to cut it upfield. He's got some room. He gets to the sideline. Bibb to the 35-yard line and taken out of bounds by Cole Henley of the blue team. So a beautiful play, a well-executed play as Bibb goes in motion and makes a huge gain. Isaiah Bibb, the playmaker for the silver team.
Yeah, we heard about Isaiah Bibb all week since we've gotten out here to Canton. The speed that this young man has, and on the pitch, gets a little lead block right in front of him and gets the path, able to sidestep one tackle, and a big gainer in the blue territory for the first down.
Pretty impressed with the offensive lines of both squads here today. There have been some pretty decent holes for these very elusive running backs to get through. And some of the athleticism on these running backs, they don't need big enough holes, but they get them and they take advantage of. Preston Stone in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And that was number 16, Marcus Blakey Jr., who had a catch earlier in the game. You see Stone, the pretty impressive downfield arm already at such a young age. Gotta love what you see out of Preston Stone so far.
Yeah, that was the first thing I was going to mention there, Tom. A tough one from Blakey, who's been pretty sure-handed so far this week. But, man, what a throw by Preston Stone. You know, not a huge window there either, but stuck that one in there. Well done. And second down here, opportunity for the gray team to continue to move forward. Silver team, that is.
Warren Griffith in the backfield with Stone. As he motions to the left, we could see another similar play, but the give is to Griffith. Griffith has some room, and an unbelievable play coming up and making the tackle. That's David Sohn. Wow, that was impressive. Talk about closing speed. It looked like Luke Kuechly coming off and making that play.
Everyone was fooled on that play for the blue defensive side. That is everyone except David Sohn. What a great job to stay home in that outside linebacker position. He knew who his man was on the play. He locked onto him, stepped up, made the stick in the hole. Now it's third down and about 6.
Two minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Silver sustaining a pretty nice drive here. Third and about 7 here. They've been able to make some nice plays on this drive with Preston Stone at quarterback. Stone back to pass once again, looking to his right. Pump fakes, throws it up in the air, and this one will go out of bounds as he was being pressured by number 16. I believe that's that's Gavin Meyer. Big defensive lineman for the blue team. So the blue team, another nice play on third down, will bring up a fourth down situation for the silver team, who will again bring their starting offense back onto the field and try to convert for this fourth and, I would say, long 6.
Good job by Meyer to come with the pressure, but I also like what I saw from Preston Stone there. Stone knew that pressure was coming. It was right in his face, and he still stepped up, stepped into the throw, tried to get it downfield. He was hit as he threw, and it caused it to be a little bit of a wounded duck up in the air. But I like what I see from Stone there. Not afraid to stand in the face of pressure and deliver the football.
Stone back to pass once again, looking to his left, pocket closing. Rolls now to his right. Not enough room ahead of him. A beautiful move and another one. And he reaches towards the first down. An incredible effort, but he will be short of the first down. A couple really nice moves with the analog stick, if you will, Mike. Very impressive job by Preston Stone. Oh, they're going to give him the first down. They're going to give him the first down. That is my mistake. He deserves it, whether or not he made it there or not. But that was a phenomenal individual effort from Preston Stone.
Yeah, it certainly was. Stone able to move to the outside, danced around a little bit, got a couple of men in the open field, and you think, hey, we're going to get a great opportunity here to try and get another turnover if you're the blue team. But really well done by Preston Stone. Dances in the hole, makes a couple of guys miss, and then all of a sudden he's got a fresh set of downs, and we got a timeout on the field.
And we're going to take another look at it here as both teams convene at the sideline. We see the pump fake. Here it looks like he's got nowhere to go.
Let's see. There's one. There's two. Three.
Two fantastic moves.
4, 5.
And
Man, that's pretty impressive.
Extra effort at the end is what got him the first down, as number 14, Alfonso Ray, caught his jersey a little bit and was tugging at his jersey, but he was still able to reach and get that first down. Just a tremendous individual effort.
And, Tom, those weren't missed tackles that I was counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those were unbelievable moves made by the quarterback, Preston Stone, in the open field. We hear about this new generation of quarterback. Well, a guy like Preston Stone fits right into that mold. He could stand in the pocket. He could sling it downfield. He's got good size. Remember, this young man, born in the year 2001, so he's got a whole lot of growing to do. But you already see him standing in the face of pressure, delivering downfield, good moves outside of the pocket as well. Bright future for this young man.
Those are big-time moves that we've seen there in the face of danger. Griffith is going to join Stone in the backfield. He'll get it, and he'll be brought down immediately. That's Gavin Meyer once again. Another huge play for the defensive lineman here for the blue team.
Boy, Gavin Meyer's been causing some ruckus in this game so far, hasn't he?
He absolutely has.
He had some pressure on Preston Stone a little bit earlier on, nearly forced a turnover, and then read that play all the way, shot right through the gap between left guard and center, and comes up with a stop.
It'll be second and long here, second and about 16 for the Silver team. Three receivers to the left. Stone back to pass, looking to his left, he's rolling. This is where he's so dangerous. Another pump fake and another great move. Cuts back towards the middle of the field, and he is finally brought down by number 31, Jarvis Rayside, who's racking up the tackles today, but not before a gain of about 8. Preston Stone dazzling everybody in the stands with his footwork.
Yeah, you could hear the crowd start to get a little bit excited when he started to roll out of the pocket, made a couple of men miss again, and all of a sudden you got a long second down that becomes a pretty manageable third down. You know, if you're a coach, you want to see your third down and 5 and less, but when you're dealing with a second down and 17 and all of a sudden it becomes a third down and 7, you can certainly live with that, and you can certainly live with Preston Stone making plays like that in the pocket.
Stone in the gun once again, looking to his right. He's got a receiver down in the corner of the end zone, and it is almost intercepted. And the pass was intended for number 82, Alex Caldwell. On coverage was Alfonso Ray, who's been all over the field today. So it'll be another fourth and long situation for the Silver team.
Yeah, how about the coverage from Ray on that play? Good job to stick with the football. He follows the football in the air. Sometimes a cornerback can get caught watching the wide receiver instead of watching the football. Not Ray. Good football awareness, keeping an eye on the ball and making sure to swat it away. No play to be made that time, and it's fourth down for the Silver team.
Good pocket that time, but in some of the other scenarios, what got lost in the shuffle was the pressure that Denzel Bryant and Kevin Washington III are providing up the middle on this defensive line for the blue team, forcing Stone out of the pocket. Stone's going to keep it here, and he's got an open receiver downfield. It is caught for a first down at the 6-yard line. An outstanding play, and wide open was number 16, Marcus Blakey Jr. with his third reception of the day. And that'll do it for the first quarter. The Silver team leads the blue team 7-0. We'll be back right after this.
No one ever talks about the second quarter. It doesn't get a Nike commercial or a pregame speech. No one writes it on their wrist or on their shoe. There's no falling confetti, no kissing trophies, no breaks or halftime adjustments. Yet, it's the second quarter where you find your rhythm, your tempo, and the schemes that work. It's where you need determination to keep on grinding towards your goal, where you face adversity and rise above, where what matters isn't your critics, but the encouragement of your teammates and the words spoken by your coach. The second quarter is where you keep momentum after a fast start, where each person must continue to do his job every play, every down. It's where steadfast belief in your goal is paramount. Heads Up Football has started fast. 123,000 coaches have been certified. 60% of the game participates, but you don't change the culture of football overnight. It's now the second quarter. So with the ball in your hands, I ask you a simple question. What can we do next?
Getting ready to start the second quarter here live from Tom Benson Stadium, Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium here in Canton, Ohio. And if you're asking, yeah, this is really the Hall of Fame. This is the stadium they get to play in for the U.S. National Team Development Games. Team Silver leading 7-0, driving now and threatening. They give and brought down a huge hit at the 2-yard line. Ball is still loose, and the blue team will recover. What a hit. I believe that was delivered by number 17, David Sohn, who came in, I'm sorry, number 71, Joey Bingham, who delivered the blow for the blue team, as it looked like the silver team was threatening for a touchdown there. This was an absolutely phenomenal defensive play. See, Stone hands the ball off here. We have some running room, and look at the hit right there. Oh, that was number 17, David Sohn, with the initial hit. And I believe the fumble was recovered in the end zone. Possibly couldn't see who it was. Joey Bingham was in the mix, but that was just a phenomenal play. Anthony Robertson is the one that grabbed it at the end. But what an absolutely phenomenal play and fundamental play by David Sohn, causing that fumble.
Yeah, Stone, another name we've said a whole lot today on the defensive side. He's played very well.
On the carry, that's Khalil Mullings, and he will be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and long. Ethan Howard on the stop for the silver team.
Again, a really good job by the silver squad, staying home defensively. Just string that play to the outside, funnel it out to your linebackers, funnel it out to your defensive linemen getting out there. Well done.
In that quarterback, Jordan Best for the blue team, making his first snaps of the game. We have 11 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Pretty good back and forth battle. Team Silver threatening, and another fumble from the snap. And I got to tell you, Mike, these I wouldn't put all of it on the center here for some of these fumbled snaps, but another third and very long situation here for the blue team.
Well, it's certainly not all on the center because, again, we talk about the new surface, the new stadium, and all the things that can really do to you. It could make the football more slippery. And remember, these young men probably playing on turf like this for the first time also. So maybe that messes a little bit with the feel of the football. Center can't quite get the grip that he's looking for, and it's been a little tough for the blue team with that so far.
Best, the give to Mullings, a great spin move and a phenomenal play by Edward Maxwell III, coming up and making a stick for the silver team. And Mike, some of the things that we always notice when we watch USA football games is some of the really quality tackling that goes on. That's only one part of the Heads Up Football initiative. They teach heads up blocking, heads up tackling. There are 5 pillars of player safety here. It includes equipment fitting as well, health and hydration, concussion, education, awareness, as well as the Heads Up Football tackling and blocking. As we have Diaz Jr. on to punt once again. And this one spiraling to about the 32-yard line. And that is where the silver team will start once again, try to get back into the end zone as they were so close on that last drive. But Mike, some great tackling, and you see some great physical play here, all clean, all the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been really impressed, with the coaching in the game so far, because these young men, you haven't seen them get too frazzled with the big atmosphere, and you see all the coaches down on the sideline. Again, it's not just the silver team coaching the silver players and the blue coaches coaching the blue players. All these young men are getting help and getting instruction from every coach here in USA football, and you could see, how great an opportunity is that, Tom? You get to learn so many different things. You get to maybe learn a different way or two how to do things. It's a great opportunity for all these young men, and you could see they're starting to become very heady football players because of it.
And being brought down about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage by Connor Sherman. That's Blaine McAllister at quarterback for the silver team. So McAllister taking his first snaps of the game.
Boy, how would you like to have to alternate in at quarterback right now with this blue defensive line and linebackers swarming the way that they are?
Yeah, they really run to the football, and they bring some noise when they make contact for sure. McAllister in the gun, in the pistol formation actually, to give up the middle and a good gain. Not back to the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be about 3rd and 13. A tackle made on the play by Nnamdi Obezer.
Yeah, it was 44 Jordan Surratt on the carry. Looked like he had a seam there for a second, but a great job by Obezer closing in defensively, shutting down that hole very quick.
So, Mike, during these weeks, as you mentioned earlier in the game, they get exposed to coaching from all different coaches, not just their team coaches. So they have the individualized training, the individual drills for about half of the practice, and the other half they get to practice with their respective silver and blue team, going over the playbook, going over some of the plays, the defenses, and running it like an actual practice. So it's been a great week with a ton of information, a ton of work here this week. The tackle made on the play, Anthony Robertson, just a great play as he takes down Isaiah Bibb, who we saw break that big run earlier. So a really nice play by Robertson.
Yeah, open field tackling can be difficult on any level. You see the play come to the bottom of your screen here, one-on-one in the open field, and Robertson, perfect, right into Bibb, takes him down, doesn't give him an opportunity to break him, doesn't give him an opportunity to run through him. Perfectly executed tackle, and it brings up a 4th down and 12.
And this blue team has really impressed with their tackling so far here today. Their 3rd down defense and their tackling has really been excellent here in the first half, as we have about 7 minutes to go here. Timeout on the field.
Great opportunity here for the blue team. Again, to keep their defensive unit pumped up. The defense has played so well today for this blue squad. 7-0 the game right now, and you have another opportunity to force a turnover to shut down this silver team. Hey, we heard a lot about this silver team throughout the week. We saw Tyree Spinner very excited about his team after the Jamboree, but this blue defensive side has played very well.
Mike, I want to remind you, portions of today's broadcast brought to you by St. Vincent Sports Performance, the official sports medicine partner of the U.S. national team, and by Just Play Solutions, the proud provider of the U.S. national team development games digital playbook. And those digital playbooks, Mike, those digital playbooks have come in handy here for the development week. McAllister wrapped up and brought down. Gavin Meyer once again making a huge play as he's going to chest bump his coach on the sideline. Meyer has been all over the place, an outstanding play by the standout defensive lineman. Moves pretty well for a defensive lineman.
Yeah, it's a good trait for a linebacker or a defensive lineman to have, not like in quarterbacks. Look at that. Boom, right through the center, right unabated to the quarterback. That is as good as it gets. It was decided before that play even started. I'm not letting anything happen here. Runs right through the center, pressure right to the quarterback, and a turnover on downs.
Almost untouched. So a fired up blue team looking to take some of this momentum into the end zone. As we have Nunez back in the game at quarterback for the blue team. Nunez, the give to Spates. Spates with some room. He is so slippery. About 7 yards on the carry, and a nice run from Spates, and he'll be brought down by Gabriel Masonette Jr.
Yeah, again, just that gap on the left side. And we've seen 23 Spates does not need a whole lot of room. And all of a sudden he can turn it upfield in the blink of an eye. Gain of 7 and a 2nd down and 3 for the blue team.
Nunez, snap goes over his head, but he's going to grab this one, and he's actually going to make something out of it. There's nobody to throw to, and he'll be taken down by number 90, Dawood Abdul Malik, who has been turning heads all week this week with his motor and his effort during practice, Mike, and it shows on this play here.
See another bad snap here for the blue side. A little bit too high, a little bit too tough. And Nunez trying to make the best of it, but instead, it'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
5 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in the first half. Have some bruisers in the game for the blue squad. Nunez rolling to his left. He's got nobody. He's going to throw across his body, and Spates catches it, makes 2 people miss, runs over another defender, and gets the 1st down.
Boy, what a play there.
Campbell Spates, an outstanding play to make 2 people miss and carry another one about 3 yards. And a nice play by Nunez to throw across his body.
It is, but look at the block from 16, Jason Curl. Just gives enough room for Nunez to let go of that football. Without the block from Curl, none of that play happens. The playmakers made the play. Doesn't happen without the block.
Nunez, the give up the middle to Avery Howard Jr. He is brought down by Jonathan Seaton. Jonathan Seaton making his presence felt. Both 97s on each team doing very well today. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. The energy that both teams are playing with, Mike, looks like a regular season varsity high school football game that we're watching. I mean, this is a testament to how hard they work all season. They kind of look at this as all week. They kind of look at this as a reward, and the coaching staff's getting them up for this game. They've been playing out of their minds. This is phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. And most of these young men are a couple of years away from varsity football.
Nunez back to pass, being chased, stands tall and makes a beautiful pass down the field. It is brought in by number 27, Jackson Wendling, the tight end, for his first reception on the day. Clay Teschner on the tackle. But a beautiful play by Nunez to stay in the pocket. We talked about this with Preston Stone earlier in the game. Stood in the pocket, took a hit, made a phenomenal throw, a back shoulder throw, and Jackson Wendling did the rest, came back, made a really nice play, and a 1st down for the blue team.
Yeah, Rene Nunez in at quarterback makes the throw that gives Wendling an opportunity. And Wendling capitalizes from there, and it's another 1st down for the blue team.
Nunez fakes it to Spates, and he's going to take it off the left side. He almost gets the edge, and he will be eventually brought down by about 5 Silver team defenders. And it'll be a gain of about 1. Kaman O'Neal helping out on the tackle for the Silver team. The blue team's got a little bit of momentum here, Mike, and they are threatening here as the clock ticks down. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the first half.
Yeah, they would love to get on the board here just before halftime, even this game up.
Jason Curl Jr. and Avery Howard Jr. We have a flag on the play. I was going to say that they will accompany Nunez in the backfield. Flag on the play. It'll be against the silver team, so it'll be 2nd and short now for the blue teams. Things starting to go in favor of the blue team here as they are creeping towards the red zone.
Good opportunity here, 2nd down and 3. Keep moving this football. Keep the momentum going. Just over 2 minutes to play here in the first half.
Nunez rolls to his right, looking for Wendling once again. Escapes a little bit of pressure, but eventually brought down on the play by Alex Buckmeyer, who has the only touchdown of the game. And a nice hustle. You keep that motor running. Really impressed with the defensive lines of both teams today, insofar as their effort and their energy and their inability to stop before the whistle blows, which is really, really cool to see. So that brings up a 3rd and long situation for the blue team. Minute 45 to go in the half. Trying to tie this one up, carry some of this momentum into halftime. It's been a really well-played first half.
Keep an eye on Wendling, flanked out to the top of your screen by himself.
We're going to have Nunez try to get out of the pocket. High snap. Nunez, he's got a receiver, just overthrows him. Looking for Alexander Tate, the wide receiver, just out of his reach. He had a step on his defender. About a 3-step drop here from Nunez and just led him a little bit too much. That could have been a huge play for the blue team, and that'll bring up a 4th and long. They're going to keep the starting offense on the field as Campbell Spates will come into the game for Howard. And we'll see if he is a focal point of this play.
Man, Nunez so close on that play. Maybe another half second of air, and we got a 7-6 ball game with an extra point pending. Good job by the offensive line, though, giving Nunez a clean pocket. He'll hit that one in the future.
Nunez in the gun once again. Curl will stay in the block. Does a decent job. Nunez throwing across his body once again. He's got Spates wide open. First down at the 16-yard line. Campbell Spates, I don't know how he got that open, but a huge play. Patrick Menjarez on the tackle for the silver team. And a beautiful throw once again by Nunez, improvising as he does so well.
Yeah, one of the things that you want to teach a quarterback to do is stop throwing across your body. But when Nunez is doing that, hey, keep doing it, young man. He's got the man open out on the flank. He can make things happen in the pocket and outside of the pocket. Under a minute to play, and the blue team knocking on the door.
Nunez fakes it. Buckmeyer, another fumble recovery. This one not in the end zone, but a fantastic play to strip the football and dive right on top of it as the blue team was threatening there. A huge play by Buckmeyer.
Yeah, Buckmeyer looked like he was absolutely shot out of a cannon on that play, lining up at his left defensive end position. Watch Buckmeyer at the top of your screen. Able to get some movement, and then goes outside, knocks the football out, and then the awareness to immediately go from knocking the football out to falling right on top of it.
He's a big-time athlete. That's a big-time athletic play by Buckmeyer. And that's a situation where Nunez probably wishes he had handed it off there, because as soon as he kept it, Buckmeyer was right in his face, ready to pounce.
And that's what we were talking about in the option back in the first quarter. You need to read that opposite side defensive end. Buckmeyer stayed home. Nunez maybe a little better served to move that one.
This one down the right sideline, and it is caught. They're calling it a catch, an unbelievable play down the right sideline. That is complete to number 82, Alex Caldwell, who has had a number of receptions on the day.
What a play by Caldwell down the sideline. That's a way to earn some trust from your quarterback. Hey, just put it up, I'll go get it.
And that's what you love, a sudden change, Mike. You got to look for the long ball, and that's exactly what they came out doing. McAllister with a beautiful throw to get across midfield. McAllister rolling to his left. He's got some blocking downfield, but the swarming blue defense knocks the ball out of his hands. Blue team says they have it. We'll see. And the blue team does have it. We haven't had a call yet from the referees. I think they might say he was down by contact. Still have not had a call. We can show them a replay if they wanted to, but they're going to keep the ball in possession of the Silver team, and a timeout will be taken on the field.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there. If you're the blue team, again, you think you're coming up with another stop, another turnover here. McAllister started to roll out to his left, made the decision pretty early that he wanted to keep the football there, and he wanted to try and make something happen. And a great job by the blue defense to recognize that. Everyone swarmed to McAllister and kind of formed a wall in front of him. Didn't really give him an opportunity to do much of anything. You see right about there, he decides, listen, I'm running this football. Watch how the blue defense swarms. Within 2 yards of the football, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys there by the time the play's over.
And I think that was number 54 on the blue team, Paul Lefkowitz, who got his hand in there to knock it out. But, Mike, you're exactly right. The pursuit of this blue team defense has been incredibly impressive. They don't overreact. They don't over-pursue. They're very much in control when they go after the football, and it has been working wonders for them here today. Very impressed. McAllister throws to his right. Pass is complete. A huge hit and a fumble. Scooped up by the blue team down the left sideline, and another huge hit. That was outrageous. We just saw 2 enormous collisions, a fumble, and the blue team now with it on the 40-yard line as they will be going in with 16 seconds to go. David Sohn is the one that picked it up and was knocked out of bounds. Alfonso Ray was the one that created the fumble.
Boom. Look at this. Right to the football. Knocks it out. Great recovery for the blue team, and Sohn going back the other way. Ooh.
He takes a lick too.
Another huge hit. That was Isaiah Bibb.
We have a couple candidates for our Shock Doctor play of the game, which we'll play a little bit later on. That's a primo candidate. The Campbell Spates catch and run is a candidate. The Preston Stone little dance that he did down the sideline is also a candidate. We've just seen some unbelievable plays. Not a lot of scoring, but it doesn't matter. This has been as exciting of a game as I've seen here at the USA Football national team program.
Yeah, the game's definitely been played between the 20s, but that's because the defense has been playing so well on both sides, pursuing to the football, making hard hits, causing turnovers, and just look at them running out on the field. You see a brand new energy in the blue team, excited, fired up, saying, hey, we still got 16 seconds left. Maybe we can make something happen here.
Both defenses have really been able to respond, though, and that's what I will say. The silver team and the blue team have been doing a phenomenal job coming back. It's Walker Harris into the game under center. Looks like he's just going to take a knee on it. He won't. He's going to go back to pass, and it is almost intercepted. The pass was intended for number 17, Cole Henley, the tight end. We have 12 seconds to go. Shame on me for thinking he was going to take a knee, but that was the first time we saw anybody under center so far here today. Nunez back into the game for the blue team. They're going to see if they can put something on the board before halftime. Nunez back to pass. Sees some room in front of him. He's going to tuck it and run. Makes a couple of moves, still on his feet at the 35-yard line. He will be eventually ruled down. Riley Hunt, one of the players on the tackle for the silver team. And that will do it here in the first half. As the silver team leads 7-0, would you be surprised if I told you it was from a defensive touchdown? All defense so far here today. Lots of big-time plays, lots of big-time hits. This has been a really exciting game here as we are kicking off the U.S. National Team Development Games here live from the Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio. We will be taking a break now for halftime. We'll be back after this.
Hey, break Let's go, head up. Squeeze, sink, hands.
When coaches get to the high school level, I think they assume that everybody who plays knows how to play, and they're going to be under Friday night lights, and everything's going to be great, and it's just like it is on TV, and it's not like that. You're going to get kids that have never played before, and you're going to get coaches really that have never coached before. You really need to be able to teach coaches how to coach.
Through the Heads Up program, what you do, 3 pillars, as they say. 1, concussion awareness. 2, how to truly, properly fit equipment. Finally, here's how we're teaching the ultimate aspect of contact in tackling.
This is the basics and the fundamentals. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought as an educator, this was a curriculum for football.
Feet, squeeze, sink, hands, step.
It was really a no-brainer to get involved with USA Football and the Heads Up program.
They go through a progression of tackling. They're actually learning how to keep their head up, not to lead with their helmet, and they're taught that from the beginning.
It's limited the amount of concussions that we've had this year, basically because we have worked on Heads Up tackling from day one.
Squeeze, sink, hands, right foot, running through, sink, hands. Squeeze, feet, explode, there you go, head up. Feet. Eyes up, shoot, head up.
The coaches have completely bought in and endorsed what we're doing.
Come on, get those elbows tight and high.
What we really didn't anticipate was how aggressive that the Coaches Association here in Virginia went after it, saw the need to make the game better and safer, and they ran with it.
Go heads and eyes up, heads and eyes up. The days of popping the old smelling salt or the ammonia tabs are gone, and that's a good thing.
Heads Up Football has allowed concussions to become a topic of conversation in a positive way.
Well, I just think it's standardized everything. It becomes a much more consistent way of teaching the game.
This kind of instruction keeps my staff in line.
They're seeing a very distinct improvement and reduction in injury. And I think that says a lot about the program.
What this has really done, because we're hands-on with the parents now, we're showing them how the progression goes, we're teaching them the terminology as well. It brings a level of comfort to them.
I think it's really good that all the coaches are learning proper techniques on how to teach these kids to do it right.
I'm so relieved that they're teaching this to these kids at such a young age, because I was never taught that.
In our family room, Britton will show us and demonstrate on his dad, not his mom, the techniques that he's learning.
His coaches not only employ the technique, they keep after the kids and make sure they're doing things correctly, and it shows me that they really care about the kids. I'm not worried about whether he's going to get hurt on the field, because I know that his safety is just as important to them as it is to me.
Our partnership with USA Football is frankly a vital piece, not only of our football program, but of our athletic program in Fairfax County.
Buzz, hit position, rip and shoot, good!
It's opened the door, because now our lacrosse programs are talking about it, field hockey's talking, everybody is talking, what are we going to do overall in a very positive light.
We agree with the mission of USA Football, and that is to allow our students to participate in competitive athletics and learn so many wonderful life skills from that experience, but to do it in a way that's healthy.
So I can truly look at a parent who has those questions and say, here's what we've done. Here's what Heads Up Football has brought to Fairfax County Public Schools and what we brought to Heads Up Football.
It's an awesome, awesome opportunity for coaches and parents and kids and officials and everybody to get on the same page to help kids.
If you're an administrator at a high school, you're being asked the question, how are you making our program safer? What are you doing for my kids? We can answer that now.
We believe in football. We believe in Friday night lights, Saturday afternoons, any given Sunday. And we believe in where all of that began. We believe heroes are made in the fourth quarter, and that every kickoff is a fresh start. We believe in pregame rituals and halftime speeches. We believe the best 11 will always beat the 11 best. We believe in teaching fundamentals and building character. We believe in educated coaches and engaged parents. We believe in creating a positive experience for all and in keeping the game fun. We believe in team. We believe in the lineage of Bryant, Rockne, Lombardi, and Dad. We believe you don't need a stadium or yard lines to have a game. We believe that even greater than the heroes on the big screen are those you give a ride to home from the game. We believe there is nothing more American than football, and that football gives us all something to believe in. Teamwork, confidence, pride. We are USA Football. We believe the scoreboard doesn't tell the whole story. We believe in the football family and that we can achieve a better, safer game together. We believe in football.
Big thing they talk about, football doesn't create character, it exposes it.
Character is demonstrated in tough times. That's when you really find out what true character is.
In life, you get knocked down. Life's not peaches and cream pie in the sky. There's times when the bottom falls out, and so you have to respond.
The guys that have great character are the guys that we trust. And I tell them, those are the guys that I put on the field.
I'm looking for humble young men in recruiting that when they're off the field, they're a gentleman, and when they step on the field, they're a warrior and an animal.
Look at the character number one, because that's what will come out over time. His attitude, his work ethic will show up over his character. And sometimes that can fool you, but usually character is what you're doing when nobody's watching.
It's how you approach every day, how you approach every workout, every practice, every game. When the attitude is right, not just from one person, but from a team, you've got something special.
When I think back on my experience growing up, the most influential people in my life were my teachers and my coaches.
To me, the important thing is the influence that you have on young people.
You're responsible not just to teach him to block and tackle, and not just to teach him, to win, or not just to, have a good time, but yet, to become a real person in all areas of his life.
Guys that have great character, that work hard, that do what they're supposed to do, that's what all good teams are founded on.
And welcome back to the U.S. National Team Development Games. Portions of today's broadcast brought to you by Marriott, the official hotel partner of USA Football and U.S. National Teams, and by Field Turf, the official field building grant partner of USA Football. So we are in the inaugural game of the 2015 USA Football U.S. National Team Development Games here live from Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio, alongside Mike Samsel. I'm Tom Monfiletto. And Mike, we saw a pretty back and forth first half. We saw the Silver team really come out of the gates on fire, really moving the ball well offensively, but this blue team just hung around, and towards the end of the first half, they went from hanging around to actually kind of probably getting an edge in the game.
Well, how often do you see that? The team that starts to hang around, and then all of a sudden they get the momentum on their side and they're controlling play. That's what we saw from the blue team. The blue team's going to start out this second half on defense, and they've really set the pace of this game defensively all the way through. We've seen some really impressive plays. Two guys that have stood out to me on the defensive side of the ball, Gavin Mayer and also David Stone. My goodness, they've made a lot of plays. They've forced some turnovers, some big hits. Really impressed with those guys so far.
Absolutely great halves out of both of those guys. Also, Alfonso Ray, who caused that huge fumble, which we'll take a look at later in the game. So Silver team comes out in the gun. Give up the middle and immediately brought down by number 54, Paul Lefkowitz, on the blue team for a gain of about 1.
Boy, do I love this play by Lefkowitz defensively here for this reason. You saw the off motion come on the outside from Isaiah Bibb. Lefkowitz, a young man, was actually born in 2003, Tom. Watch him middle of your screen here. Does not buy that misdirection even a little bit. Steps up, center of your screen, boom, takes down the ball carrier.
Maiden Lowe back in at quarterback for the Silver team. And at tailback, we have David Moore. Both started the game. Lowe, his throw is a little high. And it looks like that was Lefkowitz once again on the hit. That ball was intended for number 45, Darius for Indiana Moen, the tight end for the Silver team. We have a couple double numbers here, so if you hear us mispronouncing some names, that could be why. Maiden Lowe will get the signal from his coaches and bring it to the huddle to try to convert this 3rd and long situation for the Silver team. He's got 3 receivers to his left and 2 to his right. We'll see if they put it in the air. Lowe back to pass. It is complete to Bibb. Bibb with a nice shoulder into Robertson, and he will get close to the first down. It'll bring up a 4th and 2. David Sohn on the tackle. That was a nice run after the catch by Bibb. Nice physical run on the sideline. Been impressed with what we've seen out of him so far here today. So here we go. Another 4th and short for the Silver team. The Blue team has gotten the better of the Silver team in these situations so far here today.
Gavin Meyer, number 16. Watch him in the middle of the defensive line.
Could be trying to draw them off sides here. Lowe looks back to the sideline, and they're going to take a timeout. So the Silver team will take a timeout to start things off here. It gives us an opportunity to talk about Just Play Solutions. Mike, we talked before the game about how the teams, about how some of the knowledge and the resources that they get during this week. And one of those, as USA Football has partnered with Just Play Solutions, been able to provide them with digital playbooks. So all the playbooks now can be accessed on their smartphone or tablet. It can be accompanied with video as well, which is a great way to teach the playbook too. And that's the way that all of these teams are so well suited and so well versed in the offenses and defenses that have been, that are universal across all the teams. But pretty great way to really learn more in depth playbooks. Just Play Solutions has been able to provide that opportunity for the members of the national team.
Yeah, they really have been. It's cool. Garrett Shea from USA Football was telling us about something that's coming up real soon here for USA Football. So you can go on there right now and you could see the play and you could see it drawn out and you can go through the playbook and everything like that. But coming up here in USA Football, you're going to be able to look at the play and then you're actually going to be able to hit play and watch the play itself run. I mean, what an opportunity, Tom. When you were coming up through football, digital playbooks didn't exist. You had a coach and the chalkboard, and that was about it.
Yeah,
but, man, it's some great advantages for these young men now.
Absolutely. Would have learned a lot quicker. It made my life a lot easier. Run a lot less sprints if I had something like that. In the pistol, the give is to Moore, and met almost immediately, is wind up being brought down by more than half of the Blue defense. Lefkowitz in on the play, also in on the play, Joey Bingham, big number 71, and another 4th down stop by this Blue team defense.
Yeah, Joey Bingham has been really good so far early on in this second half. The reason that we've seen that is he's been crashing on the defensive side of the football almost all day. Nowhere to go. 4th down, turnover on downs. Blue team stands up defensively yet again.
And he is the kind of guy that you absolutely need to get your hands on and keep your hands on for the entirety of the play, or it will come back to haunt you. Nunez into the game with Campbell Spates in the backfield for the Blue team. Nunez, the give to Spates. Spates nowhere really to run. He's going to try to bounce it to the outside, and he will go nowhere. Looked like the ball might have gotten loose, but they are going to give it to the Blue team once again. Dallas Rogers in on the tackle for the Silver team.
Yeah, it looked like the football might have come out there at the end of the play, but Good job dancing around in the backfield, Campbell Spates. Usually you don't want to see your running back do that, but there was nowhere for him to go. He took the football, looked in front of him, nothing there. Bounced left, nothing there. Tried to bounce a little bit further outside, but when you bounce outside, again, teachable moments. These games are about teaching, right? And these games are about getting better. Make sure you wrap up that football when you start to cut across the formation because those defensive linemen looking to punch it out.
It'll be 2nd and 12 here. Nunez in the gun once again. Looking to his right. Looks off his first receiver, but finds a wide open Jackson Wendling on his second reception of the game. And that will bring it past the stick, so it'll be a first down. A nice play from Nunez, a great catch from Wendling.
That's my favorite play in Madden. You take the wide receiver in the slot, kind of cut him to the outside, do an out and up, usually open. Well, we see it there, open for Wendling also. And it's a first down for the blue team. Starting to get a little momentum here on the offensive side of the football.
And that pump fake from Nunez really froze the defender and allowed Wendling to get open a little bit more. And the give, that'll be a gain of about 7 here. The give was to Jason Curl Jr., who got to the outside. And the blue team is running, pretty much clicking on all cylinders here on this drive. Unable to punch it in yet, as the Silver defense has really cracked down inside these red zone to 30-yard areas. So this has been a pretty dominated half by the blue team so far, or dominated quarter so far. 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go here. Nunez in the gun. This time the give is to Khalil Mullings, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Dallas Rogers once again on the play.
Dallas Rogers was in there. Also down at the bottom of the pile was DeJuan Wilmer. But I think the initial penetration here, as you're going to see on the replay, came from the linebacker position. Wilmer tracking out there also, however. Wilmer takes on the double team, runs right through it. 1 of 3 to come on and finish the man off. Bring up a 3rd down and 4. Loss of 1 on the play.
That's Alexander Tate going back and forth in motion, and that will force the blue team to call a timeout. I want to remind folks to follow USA Football on all forms of social media, specifically the national teams. You can follow them on Twitter at USNFT and also on Instagram at USNFT. You can follow Mike Samsel on Twitter at ShutUpAndDance14.
Not quite. I have one of those really complicated, long, drawn-out Twitter handles. I'm at Mike Samsel.
So this will be.
Are you on Twitter, Tom?
This will be the first. No, sir. This will be the first game here at formerly known as Fawcett Stadium, now Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. We have another one immediately following this one. We have 3 tomorrow and 2 on Sunday as part of the U.S. National Team Development Games here in Ohio. Weather is perfect. Nunez back to pass, looking for Henley, and it'll go off his hand and incomplete. Defending on the play, Edward Maxwell III. So that will bring up a 4th down, and another decision to make for the blue team. Out of field goal range, it looks like. And it looks like they're going to go for it once again. This Silver team, it feels like every single time a 3rd or 4th down comes up, this is when they stand the tallest. And the blue team has been doing pretty much the same exact thing. So these defenses have been playing extremely well so far here today.
A big 4th down and 4 coming up. I would not be surprised at all to see the football somehow end up in the hands of Campbell Spates if he's out there on the field. He's been the most dynamic playmaker on the blue side so far.
Nunez rolls to his right, looking for Wendling. Wendling in and out of his hands. He drops it. It was a good route. It was a good throw. Wide open was Wendling. Incomplete it goes, and a turnover on downs. Isaiah Bibb on the coverage for the Silver team.
A little bit of a tough play there for Wendling because you roll to the outside as a quarterback, and you're basically coming across the formation if you're Wendling. Watch him in the middle of your screen here. You got a quarterback rolling out to his right, somewhat throwing across his body. Wendling coming from the right side, has to run across to the left, football coming at him. A lot of things have to work perfectly for that football to hit you, just in stride, just in the right spot. Tough play for Wendling. A lot of misdirection, a lot of momentum going against yourself, and just not able to hold on to that one. So it'll be a turnover for the Silver side.
And yet another stand for this Silver team. And back into the game, we have Preston Stone, dazzled in the first half. Rolling to his right now, looks like he wants to tuck it. Gets across the 30, out of bounds at the 34-yard line. And if he can learn that at a young age, to get out of bounds and avoid the contact, the faster you learn that, the better.
Yeah, when you're a quarterback and you make some of those dazzling plays, the defense is coming for you. They want to hit you, and they want to hit you hard. So it was a good job by Stone there. Get out of bounds, save himself a little bit, and, hey, gain 6 yards on top of it. Why not?
And Stone, I mean, is not the easiest one to find, to get in your grasp. So, as you said, probably would behoove him to avoid contact as much as possible. And it looks like he's starting to get the hang of it. Stone in the gun, 2 receivers to his right and to his left. The give up the middle, and that'll be a first down. Warren Griffith on the carry for Team Silver. He'll be brought down by Ethan Harrison, the linebacker for the blue team. So some momentum here going, some energy into this Team Silver offense. Let's see if they can make something out of this. Let's see if they try to break a big play here. They have the capability of breaking off a big play, as we saw the first game, for the first play from scrimmage that they had. So we'll see if they go after it here. Stone. I believe that is Isaiah Bibb once again on the same exact play. That was extremely successful in the first half, and we have another first down. He's eventually brought down by Jake Romes, but an extremely athletic play and a great run from Isaiah Bibb.
Yeah, we'll see if we get an opportunity to catch that one on replay. Watch Bibb coming from the right side slot here across the formation. Top of your screen, starts his motion. The perfect pitch. Now stop it right there, Derek. Look at all this open space that he has in the middle of the field. Turns it upfield, gets moving, and gets himself a first down. Some big gains there.
And there's such athletes on these teams, on both teams, Bibb being one of them, that can really, really make you pay if they have some real estate in front of them. And he did. He's also a very physical runner, too. That's what I've been most impressed with. Not the biggest guy. He's shifty. He's really quick, but he's physical. He'll put his shoulder down. He'll run through you at the end of a run. And that's what he did there. So really another really impressive play. Let's see if they go to him again. Stone rolling to his right. He's going to tuck it. He's got some room ahead of him. Stone going to the outside, and he does not avoid contact here, but he does pick up a good gain of about 7 on the play. Ethan Harrison chasing him down for the blue team. So Stone, a great chunk of yardage there with his feet. Offensive line doing a great job of giving him that edge, as they know he can do some damage when he has it.
Yeah, Stone got caught just a hair in between there, just a little bit. You seen him start to take off. He had a lot of open field in front of him also, and then he stopped and kind of pump faked. Looked like maybe one last time he wanted to think about throwing the football down the field. He gets going there, and that's something he's going to learn throughout these camps. Once you make your decision to go, take off, and you're going to get yourself a first down there. 2nd down and 3, though. Still a positive gain of 7 for Stone. Dazzling again.
Griffith in the backfield. He's going to get it this time right up the gut. He's got some space, and he will be brought down at the 30-yard line for a good gain. J.D. Sherman on the tackle for the blue team, and that will be another first down for Team Silver. Team Silver rolling now with another good long drive here led by Preston Stone.
Yeah, Preston Stone is going to give the International Bowl coaches some things to think about when his time comes, because he's played incredibly well. He's made a good impression throughout this camp. and now getting some offensive momentum rolling. He's played very well in this game.
He's must watch. Shades of a certain Johnny Football a couple years ago in College Station, Texas. Here he goes off the right side again. Gets a great block from Moore. He's going to cut it to the outside. He's at the 10, the 5, and he gets hammered out of bounds. But a huge gain by Preston Stone. That's David Sohn with the big hit at the end, and Stone pops right back up. And a huge play from the quarterback.
I warned you a little bit there, Preston. If they get an opportunity to hit you, they are going to hit you hard. But as we take another look at this play, on the outside, the big block comes from 22 David Moore. If Moore doesn't hit that block right there, that play goes for no gain, maybe even loses a little bit. But he gets the block. That allows Stone to turn on the afterburners, get up the field, get inside the 5, actually inside the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 6, and it'll set up a first down and goal and a timeout on the field.
And Stone, not the biggest player on the field, right? Doesn't stand out size-wise. And he took a massive lick from one of the biggest players on the field in Sohn. As you see him take this hit at the end, look at this angle from Sohn once again. Almost a 21-man rule, not letting anybody pass that pylon. Lowers the shoulder, his head up, delivers a blow, and Stone takes a huge hit. Comes right back up. He stays on the ground for a little bit, but right back up, and he's ready to go back in the game. So toughness, another thing that we've learned out of Preston Stone here today.
I'm 27 years old. I'm 6'4", and I think I might have taken an extra seat after that hit from Stone.
And Sohn has been really, really impressive, and that's how you have a really good football player when they're making plays that far down the field because their motor just doesn't stop. And Sohn is one of those players. Lefkowitz is one of those players. You've seen a lot of those players on both sides of the ball here today. So this has been a pretty exciting game, although low scoring. 7-0 in favor of Team Silver. 5 minutes and 19 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Stone back in at quarterback. The give is to Moore. Moore brought down by Lefkowitz behind the line of scrimmage. And another nice play by this blue team defense. Almost a bend but don't break philosophy here by this blue team as they, along with the silver team, really, really get a lot tougher on 3rd and 4th downs.
Yeah, they get a lot tougher there, and they also get a lot tougher if anyone's lucky enough to sneak inside the 20s. We've seen the silver team inside the 20 before, and that drive ended up on a turnover. This blue defense, every time they've needed a stop, they've gotten one. 5 more yards of real estate to hold on to.
Stone, the give to Moore once again. Moore's got some space. He's at the 1, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Team Silver. Great blocking downfield, great vision. Didn't try to do too much and just sauntered right into the end zone. As Team Silver will go up 2 scores now ahead of Team Blue.
Yeah, 13-0 lead here. We take a look at the replay and look at the blocking on the left side of the line. If we stop it right there, you look at that path right here in the middle of the screen. Block sealed, block sealed, block sealed, and a great path to cut it upfield for David Moore. Has to make one man miss, but does right here, cuts to the outside, and gets himself 6.
Connor Lighton will put through the extra point. But we have a score of 14-0 now, 4:31 to go in the third quarter. A very impressive drive by Team Silver, finally able to punch it in on the offensive side. And Team Blue now with another opportunity to respond. We'll see who comes in at quarterback for the blue team. Looks like they've had most success with Nunez behind center, but we'll see who they put back there here today.
And don't forget, this is game number 1 of a doubleheader that we'll have for you here on USAFootball.com this evening. Coming up next, we'll have the red team take on the white team as well.
I did want to mention the captains and the flag bearers for both teams. For the blue team, coached by Edwin Edwards, you had Wes Hone, number 70, Cole Henley, Paul Lefkowitz, Kevin Washington are your 4 captains. Joey Bingham and Jackson Wendling were the 2 flag bearers. On the silver team, Coach Tyrese Spinner, Maiden Lowe, quarterback David Moore, Dallas Rogers, and Jonathan Seaton were your 4 captains, and the flag bearers Isaiah Bibb and Marcus Blakey Jr. So a really cool experience to be able to carry the flag onto the field for your country here as they are fighting for an opportunity to make the International Bowl team and represent their country. Walker Harris in at quarterback. He's under center for the blue team. And the give is to Spates. Spates cuts back to the left side of the line of scrimmage, and he is met by Alex Buckmeyer, who's had himself a pretty outstanding game here so far here today. It'll be 2nd and 7 now from the 38-yard line. Harris will go under center once again. Campbell Spates behind him in the backfield. Harris, 3-step drop, looks for Wendling, hits him on the left thigh. A nice throw. Wendling was not prepared for it, so it'll fall incomplete, and that'll bring up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, a tough one there for Wendling. You see him cut to the outside. It was a great decision with the football by Harris. Throw it as soon as your wide receiver is set to cut. That's when you're going to hit him when he's the most open. And Wendling, just as he turned, I don't think he quite expected the football to be there as quickly as it was, and it brings up a 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7, 2 receivers flanked to either side. Spates in the backfield. The give is to Spates, a simple zone play. Dances up the middle and will get to about the 43-yard line. It will be short of a 1st down. Connor Myers there to meet him for Team Silver. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go here. The Silver team leading 14-0. We have 4th and 3 here.
An interesting decision coming up here for the blue team.
I think they're
Looks like they're going to punt the football away.
Looks like Diaz Jr. will be on hand to punt it away. Diaz. So wobbling kick down to about the 45-yard line exactly. And that is where the Silver team will start their drive. Mike, as the years go by, you start to realize some of the USA Football alumni that are representing or that find themselves in the NFL. So they had a very successful draft this year. As we see Todd Gurley, who's a USA Football alum, drafted 8th overall by the St. Louis Rams. Obviously, Jameis Winston, the number 1 overall pick by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Malcolm Brown, Ty Montgomery, Alex Carter, Bryce Petty, Michael Bennett, Stephon Tuitt, and Tyrann Mathieu, all USA Football alumni in the U19 International Bowl game, all finding themselves on NFL rosters. And we'll take a look at some of the ones that are currently playing in the NCAA. Justin Jackson, talented running back from Northwestern. Samaje Perine, who broke the single-game rushing record this year. Tareen Folston, Anu Solomon, Wayne Lyons, Kevin Hogan for Stanford, Charles Nelson, and Corey Coleman for Baylor. So a pretty impressive list of USA Football alumni now in high major Division I college programs and also at the highest level in the National Football League.
Yeah, and Solomon and Hogan, 2 great quarterbacks out in the Pac-12. You know, Jameis Winston, the number 1 overall pick in the NFL this year. I'm even going to throw a sleeper out there for you from USA Football. I like Ty Montgomery a whole lot. He made some plays when he was out at Stanford. Now getting an opportunity to play with Aaron Rodgers. That's a young man who I think is going to have an impact on Sundays.
Yeah, let's take a look at kind of the path that you get to playing in the International Bowl. It starts with the Regional Development Camp. They're 2-day camps all across the country, and we'll take a look at the cities that were represented or that hosted some development camps. And then it goes to the development games here in Canton, in College Station, in Los Angeles, and in Towson. And then you get a chance to represent your country. You get the opportunity to represent your country at the International Bowl and in the IFAF World Championship. So different opportunities to represent your country. Back to live action, we have Isaiah Bibb, who is stopped behind the line of scrimmage here. Kevin Washington III on the play. But that's kind of an idea, Mike, of how you get to the International Bowl competition, how you become a USA football alum really coming through the system. And it starts with the regional development camps. There are 2-day camps that are run in various cities throughout the country going from February until the end of May. From those camps, they'll select the athletes that are worthy to be, that they want to invite to the development weeks.
Right.
And then they come here for the development weeks. They play in these games, and from these games, they decide who will be on the national team representing our country against international competition in Dallas at the International Bowl, which we've been lucky enough to cover for the past couple of years. Give up the middle. It'll be a gain of about 1. Huge hit on the play. Khalil Mullings was the one who was there first for the blue team.
Yeah, it was Jordan Surratt on the carry. And Surratt's had a couple of tough breaks on his carries because, again, he gets the handoff here, and it looks like, it might have a little bit of open space. There's a seam there, and oof. All of a sudden, a lot of contact. Surratt goes down, and it's a 3rd down and long.
McAllister back into the game for the Silver team, looking to pad their 14-0 lead here with about a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. McAllister fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, looking downfield, being chased by Bingham, and this is ruled an incomplete pass. Joey Bingham with the pressure. Absolutely outstanding job of pursuing the quarterback, getting behind his blocker, and almost causing another fumble here. But this blue team's defense has really ramped up the energy here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, look at the pressure here. McAllister tries to cut to the outside, and then all of a sudden he's being swarmed. Looking to race to the corner. Can't get there. That's the right call. That's an incomplete pass. The football, the arm was moving forward. Football still in his hands. That's an incomplete pass. It's a nice call by the referee because it's not an easy one to make. That's a split decision. A lot of pressure down there with the coaches hoping for that one to be a fumble instead of an incomplete pass. Nice job by the referees right on top of it, getting the call correct with the incompletion.
Connor Lighton is going to try to punt it away as far as he possibly can to put the blue team in a not so much of an ideal position to start their drive. 37 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Lighton takes a low snap, and we'll get this one away. It's a low spiraling kick, and it is fielded at the 36-yard line. So a nice punt by Lighton, but decent field position for the blue team as they come onto the field needing to respond here. Desperate for any kind of points on this drive as they have been unable to push it across the goal line here today.
Yeah, the Silver team has done a great job keeping the blue team in between the 20s. I'm not even sure the blue team offensively has made it into the red zone yet today, which is inside the opposing team's 20. It's been a really good defensive effort all the way through for this Silver team, just swarming defensively, not giving any open space. The only one who's had any real success offensively has been Campbell Spates. He found daylight a few times, but other than that, no room whatsoever.
Seth Edmonds in at quarterback, getting chased and brought down. This is a fumble, and it's picked up by the Silver team and brought into the end zone for a touchdown. We have a flag on the play, but that was number 54, Ethan Howard, scooping it and scoring for Team Silver. We'll see what the flag is. Let's take a look at that huge, could be a horse collar, but there is a huge hit that caused this fumble, as we will keep an eye on what the flag will be. Go ahead, Mike.
Edmonds never feels the pressure here coming from the backside. Hit as he throws. Football comes out. That might have been an incompletion, but there's an easy scoop and score for the Silver team. Gabriel Massonet Jr. comes up with a recovery, takes it back to the end zone, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see a horse collar here. Second defensive touchdown of the day for the Silver team if the play stands. We'll take a look at it. Again, that looked to be in the area of a horse collar.
It was a personal foul. They called a horse collar tackle. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is going against the Silver team. So
wow.
They're going to take the touchdown off the books. Let's see. Personal foul, face mask on the blue team.
So
they're I think they're going to count it. They're counting the touchdown. The point after attempt is about to happen. So the Silver team leads 20-0, pending this extra, or 21-0 now, pending the extra point, and it is good. So it is 21-0. So the penalty was a face mask against the blue team. The play was phenomenal from the Silver team. A blindside forced fumble on the sack, a scoop and a score by Ethan Howard, making it 21-0 here for the Silver team.
Yeah, very well done defensively there for the Silver team. And things just really fell right into the lap of Masonette. He was just there at the right place at the right time. Football took the perfect bounce right to him, and it was into the end zone for the touchdown. So the 15-yard penalty looks like it's going to be assessed now against the blue team. So instead of starting at the 35, they'll be starting at the 20.
So Nunez will come back into the game at quarterback for the blue team. Joining him in the backfield, we have Jason Curl Jr. and Khalil Mullings. Curl with the carry, and he will be, well, it looked like he was going to be brought down. He now reverses field, and he's got a lot of space ahead of him. And eventually brought down at the 9-yard line. So that was Isaiah Bibb who was able to bring him down finally. But we saw some athleticism there from Curl to even extend that play. Ultimately a loss of about 5.
Yeah, we certainly did. Bibb showing his skills on the defensive side of the football as well. How about this effort? Nothing over there. Nearly a tackle here. It looked like it was going to be a loss. Then he reverses field. Nope, nothing over here either. Tries to reverse once more, but not having it. And it's the end of the third quarter.
It's the end of the third quarter. It is all Team Silver, 21-0 here as we head into the fourth. We'll be back right after this.
I got plans.
I'm going places.
Here I come.
I got plans to pick myself up.
I will gain trust.
I'm gonna earn everything I get.
I got plans to command your respect.
I've got plans to push my limits.
Hey!
I got plans to be great.
Let's go, get in.
And welcome back. Fourth quarter about to start here, live from the Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. It is the USA Football U.S. National Team Development Games. As Team Silver, we are in our first one to kick off the weekend here. The first of 7 games taking place here live from Canton, Ohio. We've had a pretty good one as the Silver team has been able to distance themselves. Silver team, a very, very talented team. Great defense on both ends. Alongside Mike Samsel, I'm Tom Monfiletto. Derek Raymond on the cameras with us today. Renee Nunez in at quarterback. He's got Campbell Spates to his left. Spates has been making some serious plays all game today. Nunez looking for Spates. He's covered. Nunez is going to throw all the way across his body and complete. That's Alec Coelho. And he's eventually brought down at the 45-yard line. A phenomenal play by Nunez once again, improvising, finding a receiver downfield, throwing across his body, and finding a wide open receiver. Alec Coelho with the big-time play.
Yeah, it's certainly been an interesting offense today from Renee Nunez. His improvisational skills, very good.
And the give is to Spates. A nice spin move. He'll get about 3 on the play. Spates very, very difficult to bring down at first contact. Alex Buckmeyer instrumental on that tackle. And the blue team is going to start to go fast. They have just about over 11 minutes to make up 3 scores here. Spates on the carry once again, bursts through the hole, and he'll be able to get a gain of about 3 and cross midfield. Connor Myers that time with the stop.
Big third down here, 3rd down and 4 on the Silver side of the field for the blue team. They haven't gotten many opportunities like this. They want to try and convert here in Silver territory, try to do something to get on the board and get back in the football game.
Third and 5 from midfield. Snap is fumbled, and it is eventually picked up by Spates, who will fall on it behind the 35-yard line. That's Ethan Howard, who almost was able to scoop up another one for Team Silver. So Team Blue running into some trouble here. 4th and long, down 21. Team Silver just really outlasting this blue team. But you know what? The score is not really conducive to how close this game has been all game long. Some big-time plays from the Silver team, especially that scoop and score, which made it the 3-score game. But this has been pretty back and forth.
Yeah, actually 2 scoop and scores defensively for the Silver team. Just 1 offensive touchdown, but a big 4th down here now for the blue team.
That's Jordan Best at quarterback, trying to get to the edge, and he will get knocked out of bounds at about the 48-yard line, short of the 1st down. A nice gain, but the Silver team will take over on downs.
A tough one for the blue team there. Had a good 3rd down and 3 opportunity, but the bad snap put them in a tough 4th down.
Portions of today's game brought to you by Upper Deck, the official trading card partner of USA Football and the U.S. national teams, and by Volt Athletic, the official strength and conditioning solutions partner of the U.S. national team. Volt Athletic contributing the strength and conditioning guidelines for the high school athletes here for USA Football. Give up the middle is to Griffith. Griffith bounces to the outside, and he is brought down on the play by, I think that was big number 97, Kevin Washington III, making the play. So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Silver team. And it looks like Maiden Lowe back in at quarterback. Lowe back to pass. He's going long. And it is broken up. A phenomenal play. Looks like that was Jaden Turner. Got his hand on it. Nice play by the defensive back.
Yeah, well done by Jaden Turner. Bring up a 3rd down and long. Again, wise to play the football, not necessarily the man. Goes up, attacks the football at its highest point, swats it away. Brings up a 3rd down and long. Well, not quite its highest point. I never understood that, the highest point. Football's at its highest point when it's about 25, 30 yards in the air when the quarterback lets it go.
Yeah, right. Well, the highest point that you can get to.
Right.
That's what it means.
Using a cliche I don't even fully endorse.
A double tight set here for Team Silver. It's the first time we've seen this here today on this series. And stuck. That's Lefkowitz. And Bingham is going to finish the tackle. But what a hit by Lefkowitz. Immediately coming up and bringing it to the ball carrier there as we saw another iteration of that same play that has been pretty successful with Isaiah Bibb carrying it.
Yeah, but Lefkowitz, man, he's played really well today, especially for a youngster. I believe he's the youngest player out there on the field today. good linebacker instincts. This young man said he wants to meet Ray Lewis. Well, he plays a whole lot like 52 played in his prime.
Yeah, his pursuit of the football is outstanding. And like you said, his instincts, probably the most impressive part of it. Low, back to pass. He's got a receiver and broken up at the last second. A really nice play by David Sohn. He was able to knock it away at the last second. That'll bring up a 4th down. Oh, it'll be a turnover on downs. That was 4th down. My mistake. So the blue team will come back out with another opportunity now with only 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. They have a lot to make up here and not a lot of time.
It'll be interesting to see what Best can do here in a quarterback. Came in about midway through that last drive, remains in here on 1st and 10.
And Best has some serious wheels, as we saw on that 4th down play. See if he takes advantage of it here, if he can handle the snap, which he cannot. Ball is loose. Silver team says they have it, and they do. So another fumble recovered by the Silver team, another fumbled snap by the blue team. So opportunity thwarted once again. Andrew Nee on the play for Team Silver. And they'll come back out looking to pad this lead once again.
Yeah, it's been some tough sledding today for the blue team with the center quarterback exchange. Nothing on the center there. High level snap. Jordan Best just couldn't quite squeeze it. So it's a turnover, and the Silver team has an opportunity to just kind of run things down here.
Mike, we talked about the path to getting to the International Bowl. These are some of the regional camp sites that took place this year, starting in Phoenix, Arizona, and ultimately ending in Chicago, Illinois. So when they release the dates for the next regional development camps, be sure to sign up for it. Go to usafootball.com. And the give is to Griffith. Griffith has some space, so we're going to get a face mask there on Ethan Harrison on the blue team. Good run by Griffith. We see Stone back in the game at quarterback for the Silver team.
Seen a lot of impressive play from the Silver team. The quarterback position has been a very interesting one. Preston Stone has been a little more of the, you mentioned a Johnny Manziel type, wearing number 2, kind of reminding you of Johnny Football a little bit.
Got the rolled up sleeves a little bit, you know what I mean? There's some serious similarities here.
Maiden Lowe has been slinging the ball all around the yard. He's played well so far today, wearing number 18, reminding you of maybe another 18 that plays for the Broncos. No doubt a lot of these young men have a very bright future.
So we have a timeout on the field, just under 7 minutes to go, and that is a perfect time to let you know that portions of today's game are brought to you by Siege Sports, the official uniform provider of the U.S. national teams, and by Physio Control, the official AED provider of USA Football. These jerseys that Siege has created have been, they just look phenomenal. They stand out. We've been doing this now for 3 years. These are some of the best that we've seen. All 4 variations. You see the silver, the blue, the white, and the red. They look great. They fit great. Customized specifically for USA Football. Siege Sports did a phenomenal job.
They all look great, but boy, the red jerseys are sharp.
The red ones are sharp. I kind of like the white ones, to be honest with you. The white ones are probably my favorite. Those look phenomenal. And Riddell, of course, providing their new helmets here for USA Football. Because you know what, Mike? You have to look good in order to play well.
That's your old motto, isn't it?
It sure is. So Stone is in the gun. He's got Griffith in the backfield with him. Let's see if Team Silver can make this a 4-score game. Stone back to pass, taking on the pressure. He takes a huge hit. from Ethan Harrison. Harrison has had just a phenomenal week in practice. We were able to talk to Coach Aaron Ingram of UNR today, and he was really, really impressed with what he has seen from Ethan Harrison, and we're starting to see it a little bit now. Some great speed, some great closing speed, and there are some just phenomenal physical hitters on this blue team. Watch him finish this right here. Stone will come out onto the field, 2nd and 10. 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the kickoff game of the U.S. National Team Development Games this weekend. We have about 2/3 of the participants in this week staying and training at Walsh University. Also, the rest are at Malone University, as you can see from our view here. There's a flag on the play. It looks like this one might come back. And as we say that, Mike, you can count on a number of hands how many flags there have been here today. This will be against Team Silver, so it'll be back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. But relatively clean game here so far.
Yeah, it has been relatively clean. It's been getting a little more spotty as the game has gone on. We've seen a couple of fouls here in the last number of minutes. But, that can happen when you get in fourth quarter in a game. It's not a one-score game. Sometimes those legs not quite churning as fast as they could because you're tired. You got a lead, and you don't want to get those hands out there. Get a personal foul here. And instead of 2nd down and 10, it's 2nd and 25.
So tacked onto that will be a personal foul against the Silver team. Stone keeps it. This time he can escape, and he finds his receiver downfield. Absolutely outstanding play by Preston Stone, and a great play by Marcus Blakey Jr. to stay alert, to stay open, and he'll catch it. I can't believe Stone didn't go down here at the first time.
Stay open for your quarterback. That's what you want to do as a wide receiver. When you have a quarterback out there like Preston Stone, you just want to keep the play alive. Look at him, nicely able to spin away from 91 Sean Carpenter here and throw sidearm downfield. What a grab. That's a pretty solid contender for our player of the game.
Solid, but will it take it? Stone in the pistol formation. He's got Moore behind him. Moore's got the only offensive touchdown of the game for Team Silver. He's looking for another one here. Fighting his way down to the 15-yard line. And it will be short of a first down. Anthony Robertson on the tackle, but a great run, a great hole, plowed open by this Team Silver offensive line, who has played extremely well here in the second half. So it'll be 4th down. It looks like they're going to attempt a field goal here. It'll be our first one of the day. Connor Lighton going to try to put one through the uprights. It'll be a 33-yard attempt. It's up, and this one's going to be short. Solid attempt there by Lighton, and it will be a turnover on downs. The blue team will take over. 4 minutes and 46 seconds to get 3 touchdowns. We'll see if they are able to do so here today.
At 32, a lot to ask for out of a young leg like that, but still impressive. An impressive attempt, impressive confidence in the kicker to go out and try that field goal. But instead, you get a turnover here. Blue team, you want to get something going if you're the blue team. You don't want to come here and have the week go through and, hey, listen, these young men have learned a lot. If they get shut out, they have nothing to hang their head about because they have learned so much about the game of football this week. But would help you feel a little better if you can at least get out of here with 1 score on the board.
Yeah, I agree. And Mike, these games are played to figure out, who's going to be on the International Bowl team. And we've seen some excellent individual performances on both sides of the ball today, from both teams. We have a false start here on the center. So the blue team will go back 5. So it's going to be very difficult to pick this age group's national team for the International Bowl competition. So many performances have stood out today. I mean, a lot on the defensive side of the ball. We've seen some great playmakers on the offensive side of the ball, too. But this has been a great kickoff for the development games this weekend.
Yeah, I would say Preston Stone made quite a name for himself today.
Best fumbles the snap, initially able to pick it up, but eventually brought down a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Darius McKindra on the play for the Silver team. Best will go under center. And the pitch out to Avery Howard Jr., and he's not going anywhere. That'll be a loss of about 4. Riley Hunt on the play for Team Silver.
That's some tough sledding offensively right now for this blue side. You can see a lot of work to be done if they want to get the first down here.
Well, we have 3rd and about 19 here from the 26-yard line, best under center. And the pitch is to Howard Jr. once again. A great cut up the middle. He saw a hole, and he'll get about a gain of about 7 on there. So a nice run by Howard. Connor Myers bringing him to the ground. 3 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Like Team Blue is just going to gain as many yards on the ground as they possibly can. You have 4th and long from the 32-yard line.
Yeah, nothing really to lose. Attempting to go for it here.
Bess is going to pitch it to Spates. Spates looking for a hole. And looked like there might have been some lateral intentions there. But he is just going to fall on it, and that will be a turnover on downs. We'll take a look at our Shock Doctor play of the game now. And Mike, it was the sack fumble and the scoop and score for the Silver team.
Yeah, how about a little scoop and score action? Boom, what a hit right there. And it bounces right into the hands of the defender. Able to scoop it up and run it the other way. 3rd touchdown of the day for the Silver team, 2nd defensively. And it's Howard with a scoop and score. Our Shock Doctor play of the game.
Another outstanding defensive play for Team Silver, and it leads to another touchdown. That was their 2nd defensive touchdown of the game. McAllister with the give, brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Denzel Bryant. Bryant, haven't said his name much today, but has had a significant influence on that interior of the defensive line. A big body, can get off the football. He's had a great week here in Canton. Jordan Surratt in the game at tailback for Team Silver. Got about 1:30 left to go. See if he can get a steady dose here. This 2 tight end set for Team Silver. And he'll get the carry, and he'll be brought down by the combination of Bingham and Lefkowitz. Also helping out on the play, big number 92, Denzel Bryant, once again.
60 seconds to play in this one. Want to tip your hat to both sides. Both had a great week of practice here in the USA Development Camp. A lot of guys made a name for themselves. trying to get to that International Bowl level. And boy, do they show it full on display here in Canton at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium.
We have the red and the white team immediately following this game. We'll have a half-hour warm-up, and then we'll be back on the air with the live coverage of that. Surrett with the carry, and he will go nowhere. Bryant, Bingham combining on the tackle. It'll be the red team coached by Jeff Velk from Buffalo Grove High School, and the white team coached by Ryan Struthers of UMass Dartmouth. And that will be an excellent game as the clock winds down. Under 10 seconds here, and it looks like Team Silver will do it. 21-0 is the score. A great game, a defensive battle. Team Silver just a little bit too much. Made some big-time plays when it really mattered.
Yeah, they certainly did. Both defenses played incredibly well in this game. But 2 touchdowns defensively for the Silver team, that ultimately ended up being the deciding factor.
The turnovers were huge, and they were in favor of Team Silver, and they were able to capitalize on all those turnovers, Mike, one of them, or 2 of them, being in the form of a touchdown. So a great game, a phenomenal way to kick off the U.S. National Team Development Games here live from Canton, Ohio. For Derek Raymond and Mike Samsel, I'm Tom Monfaletta. We'll be right back with the red team versus the white team. Don't go anywhere. This was brought to you by Strive.